What's up? Astral Afro at your service. Okay, I'm reshooting this because the first one, my bed head was just too bad. I wouldn't let myself do it. So I had a pretty cool experience this morning. I astral projected, first time in a while, it's been a little bit. And when I came out of my body, I was still in here, surprisingly enough. So I went out that door right there, and that door leads out to my living room. And I went out there, and my dad was watching TV. It was evening, I could tell it was unwinding time. And from my past experiences, I've learned not to act out of place when you astral project, because things can just get a little bit weird really fast. So I just start doing my stretches, and right now I'm making a course called Permanent Peace, and there's a foundational exercise that I build off of through 5 levels, and then the 6th level is this thing called the Kriya Pranayama. It's part of a system of yoga called Kriya Yoga, which is very, very similar to Kundalini Yoga. It's just a softer, more gentler way to raise the Kundalini. So that Kundalini Yoga has a breathing exercise as well as 2 mudras, which are like seals that you do for your energy. And so I did the last seal. It's called MAHA MUDRA, and the purpose of it is to help keep the energy flowing upwards throughout your spine and relieving any symptoms of the awakening of the Kundalini, which is really, it's not very fun, man. You become very agitated. So, I didn't really question it. I sat down, I did the MAHA MUDRA, and I did the last part of it. So I was leaning forward, and I'm pretty flexible, but I was so flexible. Like, it was weird. I literally like folded like that. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. And again, I had to keep my cool, so I had to act like it was normal. And I relaxed my body to a degree which I'd never have before. Like, I was completely bent like this, but my legs completely relaxed, my feet completely relaxed, my whole body was completely relaxed. And so then all you have to do with that mudra is you do certain locks, you hold your breath, you go down to the position, hold it for as long as you can, then come back up, let go of the locks, let go of the breath. So as I come back up, I let go of the breath, and immediately, it's like my spine became electrified, just shot by lightning. And if any of you have watched the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, when Dio uses the world, that's the same sound I heard, man. And everything became very weird color. It was literally like the JoJo's anime, like the color palette changed, and everything just moved like that. And all at the same time, my whole body is being just flooded with energy, a tremendous amount of energy, more than I was able to handle and stay conscious with, really. Because what ended up happening is I got shot back into my physical body here. And the crazy thing is when I came back here, my spine was still producing that amount of energy. It was still coming out of me. So that means even though I wasn't physically consciously in my body, I still was affecting it and still growing it, which is absurd, really absurd. And I couldn't move. It was far too much, and I wasn't really sure what was gonna happen. I wasn't sure if I was gonna blast off and go back into another astral projection, or if whatever, but it was insane. And then I was able to kind of leave my body. I don't know, I was struggling. It was so much energy, so much stuff going on inside. It was hard to keep myself in that state of being to astral project, because the MAHA MUDRA, there's 3 parts to it. So I tried to do the other 2, and I could only like set it up before I'd get put back in my body. And it was just absolutely insane. It was super, super cool though. And I don't know, it's making this a lot more interesting, because the reason I wanted to do this whole Permanent Peace course in the beginning was to have a certain amount of stability within me so I could astral project easier, and I could make it more of a routine thing. And in turn, it's kind of turned into a whole journey of itself, as well as benefiting my astral projection. But leaving the physical body, you go into the astral body, or what I guess in Eastern philosophy could be called the subtle body, when it comes to like yogic culture and all that stuff. And so when you're there, it's a lot less dense, so to say. Like, you can manifest things here, and you can feel the energy move throughout your body pretty well. You can feel emotions pretty well. But when you go into the astral body, that subtle body, things are a lot more stronger. yeah, every sensation is a lot stronger. It's much more amplified. Plus, when it comes to manifestations and doing things like that, it happens much, much quicker. Everything just flows easier. And I think by doing the practice there was a lot less blockages, and the energy could just flow so much easier that it just flourished. So I don't know, we'll see. I might play around with it again. It's astral projection really isn't my main focus right now, so we'll see if it happens. But yeah, I want to share that, man. Making progress. Permanent peace, baby, coming soon. Peace.